They chuckled when I walked into the family dinner, like I was the punchline of their private joke. My sister smirked and threw shade. Maybe you should try the cheap burger joint across the street. But then the manager strolled over, respectful smile on his face. Mr. Kane, your family has arrived. Shall I seat them now? And in that moment, their laughter froze. Because that's when it hit them. The person they mocked was the one who owned the table they were sitting at. Stop pretending like you matter, Kane. You were never part of this family's decisions. Marla's words came fast, sharp, like she had practiced them. The wine glass in her hand hit the table harder than she meant, spilling drops across the wood. Dean leaned forward, pointing at me with a smile that wasn't a smile at all. Tell the truth, Kane. Did you steal it? Be honest for once.
The room went quiet. My mother's hands shook as she wiped at the spill. My father sat back in his chair, heavy silence in his chest, eyes burning into me. I didn't say a word. Not yet, but my silence made them angrier. And that's when Dean leaned closer and spat the words that froze everyone. Admit it, Kane. You're the thief in this family.
My name is Kane Mercer. I'm 26 years old. For as long as I can remember, I've been the quiet one. The one they point at when things go wrong. The one they ignore when I do things right. Silence became my habit. Not because I was weak, but because words never mattered here. No one listened. No one cared. They laugh when I walk into the room. They smirk when I speak, but here's the truth they don't know. Silence doesn't mean I'm blind. It means I've been watching, remembering. And tonight, my silence is going to end. Family members introduced. Marla, my sister, 29. Her voice is always louder than her logic. She interrupts everyone, rolls her eyes when she's questioned, and uses sarcasm like a weapon. Right now, she's sipping her wine as if she's already won this fight. Dean, my older brother, 31. His words are fists. He doesn't talk, he attacks. He's always been the golden boy in my father's eyes. He still looks at me like I'm a child carrying his mistakes. Richard Mercer, my father, 58. His presence fills the room, even when he doesn't speak. He believes respect belongs to him automatically. He waves me off like I'm an annoyance, not his son. Evelyn, my mother, 52. She doesn't shout, she folds. She cries quietly into her sleeve, as if her tears can fix anything. She's softer than the others, but softness is not the same as strength. And then there's me, Kane. The shadow they never counted. The silence they never feared. But they should. Dean's fist hit the table. That house belongs to us, not Kane. He never paid for it. He never worked for it. Marla smirked, swirling her drink. He can't even hold a steady job. You think he's capable of owning something like that? Please. My father exhaled slowly, rubbing his temples. Enough. Kane should understand his place. He was never the responsible one. Every word hit me like it was rehearsed. They weren't just arguing over property. They were circling me like vultures. But their words were slipping, revealing something deeper. The way Marla avoided my eyes. The way Dean's voice shook when he mentioned money. They weren't just greedy. They were hiding something. And I already knew what it was. The shouting grew louder, voices overlapping, breaking into each other. Marla screamed, "You always gave Dean everything, Dad! And me, nothing!" Dean snapped back. "You were fine with it when you wanted me to cover for you. Don't act innocent now." My father slammed his hand down. "Both of you, enough! You're embarrassing yourselves!" My mother's voice cracked as she whispered, "Please stop. Please stop." But no one listened. And me? I sat still. Calm. Almost too calm. Then I finally spoke. My voice low, steady. "You should all be careful." Because I already know where the money went. The entire room froze. Marla's glass slipped from her hand and cracked on the floor. It came back to me in pieces. 2 years ago, I was working late nights at a greasy burger joint. My apron smelled like oil. My hands raw from hot water and soap. Dean called me at 2 a.m. His voice shaky. Can you cover this loan for me? Just for a week. Your family, Kane. You'll get it back. I sent him everything I had. My rent money, my food money. The next week, I was sleeping in my car. Marla saw me outside once. Instead of helping, she laughed with her friends. Look at Kane. Still broke. Still pathetic. He'll never grow up. I smiled. I said nothing. But inside, something cracked. And then I saw it. Dean flashing a new watch. Marla with new bags. Money I knew didn't come from them. That's when I understood. The money I gave wasn't lost. It was stolen. Back in the room, the storm broke open. Marla's voice shook as she screamed at Dean. You promised. You promised Dad would never find out. My father shot up from his chair. Find out what? Dean's face turned red, sweat beading at his temple. It wasn't supposed to. It wasn't, but Marla cut him off. He used your name, Dad. He signed the loan under you. I helped him cover it up. The house wasn't for Kane. It was collateral. My father's face went pale. You did what? The truth hit like a hammer. Dean had forged my father's name for a risky loan. Marla helped bury it. The whole family shattered in that moment. And me? I just sat back, calm, because I knew all of this already. I had been waiting for this night. Chaos filled the room. Marla sobbing, Dean shouting, my father pacing like he was going to explode. I stood, my voice calm, cutting through the noise. I gave you all my silence. Tonight, I give you the truth. They froze. You mocked me, used me, blamed me. But I watched. I remembered. And now the truth is here. Dean slammed his fist, shouting, You're lying! But his voice cracked. Marla's eyes dropped to the floor. And then, my mother, the one I thought was innocent, her voice trembled. Kane, please don't. Don't take this outside. We can fix it here. The weight of it hit me. She had known. All this time, she knew. The room felt like it was caving in. Walls too tight, air too heavy. I walked toward the door, my silence louder than their screaming. Marla grabbed my arm. You can't just leave like this. I pulled free, my voice flat. I already left years ago. My mother stumbled forward, tears streaking her face. Kane, I'm sorry. I should have protected you. I should have... Shh. Her words broke. It wasn't enough. But it was something. I nodded once. Not forgiveness, just acknowledgement. They'll never see me the same again. And I don't need them to. The night air hit my chest like a release. Cool. Free. For the first time in years, I didn't feel small. I didn't feel like their shadow. They could keep their lies, their guilt, their broken alliances. They could keep their house, their money, their shame. I had something better. I had freedom. Will I forgive them? Maybe one day. Maybe never. But I don't need to answer that tonight. I took a breath. They laughed when I walked into the room, but they're not laughing now, and they never will again. If you were in my place, would you forgive? Or would you walk away forever? Tell me in the comments. Your voice matters here. Share your thoughts. Someone out there has lived this same pain. Like if Kane's silence turned strength touched you. Subscribe for more raw, emotional stories. Because sometimes stories help us heal what we can't say out loud.